Little fit check. Can you see me? Back up. Oh, actually, there's a chair right here. That might be perfect. I don't wear this skirt enough, but ever since getting pregnant, I get hot really, really quickly. So I wear this sweater sometimes, but I'm very careful. It has to be very, very cold. And today the low is 5 and the high is like 16 or something. So it's very cold. So I think this is a good day to wear this sweater. And I don't wear this skirt enough truly, but I don't know. Sometimes I just have a hard time styling it where I don't look like a teacher from 100 years ago or something. 200 years ago maybe is more accurate. Anyways, so last night ended up being a nice little night in. We took advantage of kind of everything being done, paper plates, pre-made food, and we just had a really calm night in. We watched White Christmas, and then near the end of the night, like, I just started to get so tired, like, before the movie was even over. And, like, the kids were grumpy, even though they all took really long naps today. Like, it was just a very emotional night. So, I just honestly spent a lot of my time yesterday evening just cuddling my kids and putting out fires. So, it was a nice night. I'm glad that I got to recharge a little bit. And I'm ready for a new day. So today's Sunday, and normally I would not be able to really film on Sunday before church, but Bible class is canceled this morning because it's so cold and it's so snowy. We got quite a few inches of snow last night, which is why we ended up having to cancel the party. Looks like we got a few inches. I'd say 4 to 6 inches probably.
Can you imagine someone being stationed at a post, having a responsibility of guarding? If they say, you know.
So I wanted to bring you guys along while I made this Christmas craft that I've been planning for quite a while. I've actually been collecting fabric for it for quite a while as well. I don't know, it's been so many months, I honestly can't tell you, but I'm sure it was like something on Pinterest or maybe TikTok, but I think it was Pinterest. Inspired me, like those paper chains people make at Christmas time. I was like, oh, like I could do one of those, but something that is more sustainable and cost effective is actually using scrap fabric to make a paper chain and being able to reuse it year after year. And if I kind of want to make it very eclectic. Like, I have some fabrics here and some of them I only have a little bit, some of them I have a lot. And I think I'm just gonna make kind of a small paper chain and not do like a pattern. And then as the years go on, add more and more different fabrics. And actually, I'm literally just realizing I found a box of fabric in the basement that I had quite a few pieces I wanted to incorporate. So I'm probably not going to get to sew today. I'm probably just going to do some cutting, but I wanted to show you the fabrics that I have. And then if I remember and if I have time, I'll bring up that box from the basement and show you those as well. Okay, so these are the fabrics I have. So this is a sheet I thrifted and washed, obviously. This is ticking fabric I bought off of Amazon for a different project, another sheet from the thrift store, and a pillowcase from the thrift store. So that's kind of what they look like together. And I cut out a little kind of like template piece just to make sure, like, you know, this would be a good length so that I could sew a little bit of it together like that, and it would still have enough, you know, circumference that I could fit another piece around it, 2 other pieces around it. So I think this will be a good size. I may just start a little bit bigger than this, especially since I'm gonna need, you know, to be able to sew the edges together to make a rectangle. So I'll start a little bit bigger than this probably, but yeah, those are the fabrics. So I'm just gonna cut quite a few pieces right now, and then kind of get a feel for how many I have, and then start sewing, because obviously I have a ton of this fabric and quite a bit of that fabric, and I have literally, I'm only gonna be able to make like 10 or 12 out of these, whereas I'll probably be able to make like 100 or more out of those two. So I don't want to use them all this year. Like I want to, and actually I have other ideas for this fabric anyway, so I don't want to use it all, but like even the ones that I cut this year, I want to incorporate some next year so that they're not all at the beginning of the chain, if that makes sense. Okay, I apologize for the whiplash, but I ended up getting that box of fabric. And so I have a few more that I really wanted to show you. For one, I knew I wanted a really eclectic grouping. Like I didn't want just like all solids or all stripes or even all like particularly Christmas colors. I knew I wanted to bring in some blues and browns. You know, this one looks like a literal candy cane. What else? This one is one of my favorite fabrics that I was actually able to thrift. Sorry, the lighting in here is not great. And then I might be able to get a few out of this with the little Christmas trees and holly berries. And then I might be able to get like literally one out of this one. But if you look really closely, the little pattern I think is supposed to be a reindeer. I could be wrong about that, but either way, I don't know, I just really wanted it to be like special and eclectic, and I think the kids will have fun. Like if I can say like, oh, find the reindeer fabric or find the Christmas tree fabric, and there's only like one or two, I don't know, I think we'll be able to have a lot of fun with it. So this is kind of my new collection. So I'm going to do a little bit of cutting, and then I need to go downstairs and feed my baby. All right, I got 15 cut, so I can still have a lot of different fabrics to choose from if I want to cut more, or I can start sewing. I have this green, it's not showing up super green on camera, but it is kind of like a sage green gingham. And then I have two different shades of the corduroy. I have this dark burgundy red, and then kind of like a brighter, more like crimsony red. And then I have this brown floral as well. I only got one out of the reindeer, bummer. And then I think the rest are this kind of brown with a little blue and kind of orange, orangish reddish flowers. So that will be a good, good little start. And yeah, I'll probably end up cutting a few more different fabrics tomorrow, and then I'll start sewing them together. But for now, I'm gonna call it a night. I don't know what time it is. I think it's like 7:30 or 8. If I decide to do anything else tonight, I would probably wrap a couple of gifts. So this project, at least, I'm gonna call quits. But I will see you guys tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas.